Oh
We're
no.
live.
Oh.
Welcome everybody. Chuck is not feeling great, so instead of doing Shadowrun, we're doing another playtest, which I definitely am fully prepared for, and it's going to go great. So we're going to be running through a little adventure in my system we're testing out called Anvea, which is kind of a combination of heart and Powered by the Apocalypse and a bunch of things that I liked about those systems with a bunch of other stuff tweaked into it. I believe everyone's pretty much got their characters built already. And if there's anything that you guys are stuck on, we can hash that out here real quick as we go through and introduce ourselves. But yeah, so I guess we'll go around and everyone say who they're playing. And yeah, we'll start with you, Chuck.
Wow.
Who are you?
That's me. I'm Chuck. I am playing the sentient marijuana plant known as Kozel. I am a druid type little dude. It's going to be great. Everything's great. I do have the Rona still, so thanks for that, Obama. That's what I got.
All right. I'm just going through the order that people are in Zoom. So, Jacob, what are you playing?
I'll be playing a fellow by the name of Vincent the Viper Ipswich, who is just a human beehole with a knife.
Okay.
His prophecy is a fell deed is its own reward.
All right. Tyler, who are you playing?
I am playing Tholan the Stonebreaker. He's a dwarf.
Okay. And Alex.
I'm playing Daloff, the Good Reverend. He's a holy man who seems to compel people with his words and can do magical feats with them.
Yeah.
For usually good.
Usually.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daniel. Who are you
Playing the still horribly named Elf Ranger number 7. I hope people just call him Elf. You Elf.
All right. That works. Okay, so let's try and do this information dump of the intro. So basically, you guys are responding to a job that was put out. There is a feud between two families. One of them is the Birchwick family, and the other one is the Garenbows. They're in the city of Furthend, and they are trying to find a third party that doesn't have any interest vested in either family. So they're just trying to get a bipartial third party in here to determine who has the rights to this mansion. They both claim that it was left to them, and they both say that there are things within the mansion that prove that it's theirs. And because neither can agree on that, they want someone to go in and see who's telling the truth or whatever. Normally, this would be something that legal or that type of job, some
Medieval
sort of scholar,
paralegal?
scribe, one of those types of people. Not necessarily an adventuring party, but I figure if that's not the type of party that you guys are, and you are just an adventuring party, they were offering to pay pretty well for this, and you guys were, not too. You're kind of starving for cash at the moment, so you took it anyways. So you can either take the approach of you are pretending to be people that do this all the time, or people that actually do this all the time. That's up to you guys. So what do you feel like you'd be more?
Pretending.
Yeah.
Pretending. All right.
Yeah, definitely pretending.
So, okay.
I'm a
I feel like
regular
we could
mediator, bringing people together, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot about resolving conflicts.
I hear the word of God, and he always tends to lead me to the truth. So I'd be your man
All
for
right.
this job.
Okay. And then so another way to approach this too, you could say like some of you are hired bodyguards or something, or like, is anyone in particular going to be like the actual third party, like legal guy, or are you just saying you're all consultants?
Ooh,
I
like,
could say I'm the third party legal guy. It'd be a lie, but I can say it.
mhm.
But
We're just here to support you with
Like, my thought is like, I heard them arguing, and as one of their gardeners, I'm like, hey man, like, you need mediation, and I know this guy.
that works. Yeah.
But he knows
All right.
2 or 3 other guys too, for some reason, that he needs to bring with him.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
We totally don't do business with Kozol for recreational purposes.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
What they call it these days.
Okay, so you guys were told to meet up with Merla Birchwick and Emmett Garenbow on the outside of Furthen. The mansion that they are squabbling over is a little bit ways out of the city, and they wanted to meet you at the edge of town and kind of go over both their sides before they send you on the way. So as you guys approach, you would see the two kind of going at it. Who you would assume to be Emmett Garenbow seems to be more composed. He's just kind of standing there while Merla seems to be yelling a little bit more. They're both kind of bantering back and forth, but they seem to kind of try and cut it as you guys approach. And they wave you over.
Greetings. I assume
Merla
you're Mrs. Burwich and Mr. Garenbow.
And Merlo would speak up. Yeah, you guys are on time, I suppose. So Mr. Emmett here believes that for some reason Mr. Ackelmeyer would leave his mansion to the servants. But I don't believe that's the case. And he seems to be confused by my last name. Because it doesn't match Ackelmeyer. As you know, this mansion, as we briefed you, was Rupert Ackelmeyer's. And although my last name is Birchwick, that's because my mother's brother-in-law's mother's father's uncle-in-law was Rupert Ackelmeyer. And as the only descendants still alive in the area who have a claim to the house, it's definitely ours. And then at this, Emmett would weigh in. He'd say, well, she may be family, but we're not really so sure on that because that's quite a leap of a family tree she's got there. But we were told that the house would fall to our possession if Rupert's son, Micah, who was adopted, did not want the property. And he didn't. He never claimed it, and he's not there. So instead, it just has sat unattended. And it should be left to us in a will. The will should be in the house somewhere. We know there's probably like a lockbox or a chest or some place in the house that he kept it. So if you find that will, you'll see very clearly it says that the Garenbow family are the rightful owners. And then Merla pitches back in. She says, well, also, you'll find that there's a painting that will show would this be of hers? This would be her brother-in-law.
Yeah, her sister mom.
Mother. Her grandma-in-law?
That's not a real relationship.
We don't need any of that,
Yeah.
man. Trust me. I know how to solve this. This is easy. Was Rupert a dick?
And then at the same time, they both answer, and Emmett says no, and Merla says yes.
All right, so Merla actually knows him. And Merla, like, were you like, I need to talk to the hired help.
Okay.
Where's the hired help?
Hired help. What do you mean?
Like a maid working at the place, or like a gardener, or
Oh, that would be the Garenbow family. Although the house hasn't really been anybody's in quite some time. It's just kind of been sitting here.
is there a Garenbow here? Wait, you're a Garenbow, right?
Yeah, and that would be Emmett needs. I guess our family was, while the mansion was lived in, our family took care of it. My great grandfather was the one who was tending to it while Rupert Alkemeyer was still alive.
Okay, yeah, I can't. Yeah. See, the thing with legal proceedings like this is what's the thing where there's an amount of time they can go by before it's like all fucked up and it goes to the state?
Manslaughter.
There's a manslaughter clause. And you all have clearly let the manslaughter clause run out. And like none of this counts.
Actually, that's why we're having this squabble, because that clause,
the manslaughter clause.
I don't believe it's called the manslaughter clause, but yes, we are a few months actually before the year turning, and this is the last year that it is technically not in possession of the state. So if we don't get this sorted soon, and none of us have been able to agree on it for the past, and she kind of sighs, decade or so.
Oh, fucking Christ. If you would have called me a decade ago, we could resolve this then. But so like now you're saying you want us to go in the house and find a will and a painting, and like those two have to decide who gets the house?
I think that's what I heard. Like we'll put them in a room together,
so
and they'll
she's
talk,
saying
right?
that
Done with one bullet.
basically the argument in favor of Merla is that there's kind of like, there's not really proof that she's actually a part of the family, but there is a painting that should have like everyone in the family, and she says that her grandmother is in that painting, and that's proof that she owns, but that she's like part of the descendants.
So like it's
Hold on,
just
there's
like
a person inside the painting.
just like a portrait?
They actually like,
Yeah, there should be a painting that's like a family portrait.
Family tree.
She's trying to prove that she's in the family.
Wait, is it
By
a
their
family
books.
tree or just a portrait with a bunch of people?
It's a portrait of the family, and my grandmother's in it, and that's proof. There's a lot of marriages and remarriages and things in their family, and it's a little confusing. That's why my last name is not Ackelmeyer. But if you see my grandmother in it, that's proof that she was a part of the family, and I'm a direct descendant of her, and it should fall to whoever is still alive that is tied to Rupert Ackelmeyer.
I mean, all that proves is that she was there that the day they were taking the picture. Like,
Do you have proof? Yeah, exactly. How do we know
Well,
she's your grandmother?
But well, how many times have you just jumped in somebody's family portrait?
Listen,
a few.
if I had a nickel for every time, I have two nickels.
Listen, in the
misdemeanors.
in the words, there was a lawyer. Fuck, what was his name? Oh goddamn, what was his name, man?
Terry
Arpaio was his name.
I don't-
And in the words of the great lawyer Terry Arpaio, if the glove does not fit, that bitch ain't your grandma. So
I think that's exactly what he said in that
So
case.
we're not talking about gloves. We're talking about a professionally commissioned portrait of our family.
If the
It's got
portrait
like
doesn't fit, then you must acquit.
okay.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
But there is a portrait that has my grandmother. I'm related to her. I can prove my relation to her, and this proves her relation to him.
Okay.
If it's
So-
there, and she's in it, and her name's probably on the back of it. It was a professionally commissioned and it should be stamped and all sorts of stuff. It'll look
So if
real
the
official.
grandmas
So-
did it, you win it?
One
Yes.
minute you
Yeah.
win it.
So if your grandmother is not in the portrait, you'll acquit asking about it. So we just need to get the portrait.
Right.
Wait, no. Here's where what I think I'm really hearing it is. You say if we find the will, it proves that you get it. And you're saying if we find the picture, then you get it. But what I'm hearing is the two of you are paying us to go in and find either the portrait or the will.
Right. And she says, like, I'm sure he didn't leave the house to his servant in the will. So even if you do find it, it won't help him. And he seems to think otherwise.
So, I mean, I guess really what it sounds like is whoever pays us the most is the one that's going to win.
And with that, Emmett looks very concerned and Merla looks very happy.
Wow. All right. Well, you all start
And
gathering.
Emmett says, well, hold on now. That's why we hired you to be impartial. And we both pooled together funds. And Merla's like, I could pay extra just so you're sure at what you find in there.
Okay. How are you two at freeform poetry?
They've both not.
This could be important.
It could be. Listen, it's a tiebreaker. If we find both forms of evidence, whoever comes up with the best freeform poem about how birds aren't real and are actually drones for the government who are spying on us,
That's a
then
good
they
point.
win.
Real quick, what is a drone?
It's a flying artifact that can be used to see things from a long distance.
Yeah, the government uses them to see what you're doing
Yeah.
all the time.
That's why there was a pandemic.
Some of
so they
those
could recharge them all.
characteristics match up with the bird.
Yeah, man.
So
All
I
right.
can't quite say you're wrong just by that bit of information.
He spends a lot of time in his bar. It's called 4chan. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, man.
We need to...
Have you ever woke up in the morning and seen a bird outside your window though?
Right?
Several times.
That's government's watching.
I woke
Confirmed.
up one morning and I had my twig and my berries out and it was just staring at me and it was very rude. And I'm like, hey, I'm pruning here. So
And Emmett and Marilla kind of turned to each other and Emmett's like, where did you put this ad for?
I promise we're experts.
it was in
That's
Deer
something.
Penthouse, but it's fine. I don't read it for the articles.
I don't.
This one was a fluke.
All right. Enough talking. We're going to go in this house and find out who the father is. So you two wait here.
Wait, is this house haunted or something?
Yeah.
Is that why you're too scared to go in?
Why don't you guys...
Couldn't be.
Shit.
Just
Now, when was the last time you all took an inventory of the stuff inside the house?
Have you all been in it?
no one's been in it for probably 25 plus years.
Got a lot
it's
of
kind of
in there
been-
somewhere.
In a limbo state between our two families.
Yeah, lucky
As,
that you don't have squatters around here. Because if I knew about this place, I would have been squatting like a motherfucker, and it would have been.
Well,
mine.
we've had eyes on the house for this long. We've both been trying to get in it for this long.
Is Jamaica technically a limbo state? Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, they make it sound like both families have been kind of half watching over the house, but
They're kind of
not
keeping it
really taking ownership. And they've both been just kind of at each other's throats about it for this long. So no one has let each other move in, but they've both been kind of watching the house. So no one's really been in to do anything with it.
Serious
But it's-
question. If any of the silverware comes up missing, would either of you guys realize it?
Why would you ask that? Because now they know that they need to check that the silverware is
shit.
there. That's why I asked the inventory question. It was way more like subtle.
It's a lot more subtle.
And
Come
then
on,
here
guy.
you are saying like, I want to put the silverware like in my butt, but just don't go tines first, man.
Yeah. So now we
I
can't steal
times first, or else I won't
anything.
feel anything.
I'll make sure nobody steals any silverware. That's for everything
And
else. I don't
Emmett's
know.
like, thank you.
All right, we're going in. We'll be back.
Okay. They both say, good luck, I suppose. And as you five stroll on down the path. So it's about like a 15-minute walk outside of town. It's a lightly forested area.
Did they pay
And
us
eventually you
first?
come across. You've been paid half of. They said that they were going to pay a total of a D12 of gold, and you've been paid a D4 in advance.
Okay.
Oh wow, they're suckers.
Yeah. So like we're just stealing everything and not coming back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what kind of valuables are in there. Does it add up to a D8 of gold or not?
That's fair. Look at
Well, I
you
mean, if
doing
it's
that.
going to be turned over to the state, if we steal it, we might get arrested.
It doesn't belong to the
Right.
state yet.
Yet.
right.
Right
Well, then
now,
we have
we're-
to find some way to claim it.
No, we don't. We just steal it and move to another town. I mean, fuck. Why do you
Yeah,
think
we
I
steal
move
the
so
whole
much?
thing and move to another town.
You don't steal the
Oh.
whole thing. You just steal things inside of it. Well, then we
Oh,
burn
okay.
it down. No evidence.
Or we find the will and write our names into it.
Oh, I
and
like that
say-
idea too.
Oh, there we go.
We didn't find the will. We found a malfunctioning fireplace. That's
I
So I don't know how that
a
was
hereby,
your
plume of
legs,
smoke.
like, well, we got to practice our wording though. Like, I hereby bequeath.
You.
I said it on purpose.
paint our grandmas into the picture.
Yeah. Just paint ourselves into the picture.
See
Fuck
these
it.
pot leaves in the background here.
This portrait's 100 years old, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
You
in right there. I forgot.
clearly me.
Yeah. That's me high
What's this, an
fiving
elf
all
with
the
a
rest
bow and
of
number
us.
2 on his chest.
That's my handprint in ink.
Oh,
That's my prints.
You know, I gotta tell you, like, honestly, most of you fleshy people can't really tell the difference between one last year and another. So, like, any potted plant in that painting gives me some credence because I'd be like, that's my fucking, like, great grandfather.
That is my grandpa right there.
Yeah.
And, like, they'll never know.
I'm a quarter oak. So that family tree is technically me.
I can't believe you guys would try to swindle him out of his house.
Yep. This is my ancestors' house, and it's built with the actual bodies of my ancestors.
That's so good.
Yeah.
A little
You
creepy.
lived
Anyways.
inside my grandpa.
After a little bit, you guys approach the mansion. There's like a small kind of wooden fence that goes around the whole property. It has a lock on a gate, but you were given a key to get into that. You're able to easily get through the chain there, and you are on the property grounds, where I will move the.
Knock it off, Tyler. No dying on stream. It's against terms of service.
It's the COVID.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So you should see.
The alchemist
Uh,
house. I didn't sign up for no alchemist
yeah.
shit.
The tower and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we should really try and keep this house now.
Like, is
This
this,
is a neat little map I found by S. Mitchell on Patreon. So thank you,
Nice.
because you saved me from having to draw a map. But yeah, so this is kind of what you see from the outside as you're approaching. It's this nice little house. The outside of it seems to be kind of decently upkept garden wise, but like the physical house itself hasn't really been touched in a while, it looks like. So like the garden's slightly tended to, the fence looks like it's in good shape, the grounds are fine, but the house itself, you can see there's like leaves and branches and stuff kind of all over it. So, but it does look like the front door. There's like a big door kind of right here. Oh, I don't want to be drawing.
Peculiar they would tend to the grounds and not the valuable house.
So it looks like there's a door here and a door here.
Cool.
Underneath the little overhang.
Do we have keys to get in the house?
Yes, you have 2 keys, one for the gate and one for the house.
Do we want to give it
Nice.
like the quick walk around to make sure there's nothing like obviously broken through?
Yeah, or like maybe they just put the will like on the back door or some shit.
With the thumbtack.
With a thumb.
Taking the crunch wrap. That's it.
I mean, that's what
They just
reason
hammered it in.
place-
It says Rupers out,
Yeah.
bitches, and it's a will.
Large
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah, you walk around. Same thing on the back side of the house as well. It looks like the grounds have been tended to, but the house itself is not.
Yeah, there's definitely a note back there that says like first ones to find this gets the house.
Yeah, finders keepers. Yeah, but you don't see any notes. All the doors and windows are closed. You don't see any lights.
Okay,
Nothing really stands out from that.
I'll go up to the inset door.
Okay.
Second door, and I'll just knock
Middle
on
one?
it. Yeah. I have to
Alright,
use
you
my
knock on it.
stick to knock on it because like I got like soft plant hands and they don't knock well.
Okay.
It's like leaves
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
you knock on it. You don't hear anything, but you do see that this door has like a keyhole and kind of like a metal handle, doorknob hinge thing built into it. So
Nice. Which one of you fuckers is real strong?
Not it.
That'd be me.
Not it.
All right, I need you to kick this door down.
I'm gonna kick that door down. Oh,
Never mind the lock and key.
Yeah, we don't need a lock and key.
That's not the adventurer way.
That's right. Athletics, I assume. I don't know how this game works.
yeah, so this would be a force.
Force. Okay. So that's
yeah.
brawn plus force,
Yep.
and then you roll that many d6s. Okay.
And then this would be urban as the context. So if you have an urban context, then
Is that an
you
advantage or is that an extra d6?
Another D6.
it's just an extra d6 out of
Okay.
the pool.
So that's 5 d6s.
Yep. 2 successes. All right. As you connect your foot to the door, it feels like the door is pretty solid, but you break through the framing of it, and the full door just kind of swings and smashes against the other side of the wall. And you've successfully kicked through the front door of this house.
Yeah.
So that goes to shoot out.
God, it looks like someone's broken in here
Oh
before.
my god.
Oh,
Must
no.
have been bandits.
I bet they stole everything.
Oh no, that's silverware.
You never
Everything.
had it to begin with.
Everything but the silverware. Put it back. They know
Do
about
not steal the silverware.
Fuck. I have a crippling silverware addiction.
This-
I guess let's look inside the door since we went to the trouble of kicking it in.
Actually, I don't know if I want to do that.
Too late. I already
Cool.
saw it, Joe.
We've seen everything.
Can't control
You've
Z
seen
my
everything.
eyeballs.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you did.
I've now forgotten everything.
Okay. So this is what you would see
Look at that.
as you open this door.
Okay. Hello.
So it appears to be like a little bit of a hallway. As you kick it in, some of the wood kind of splinters. looks like there's like a lot of dust and things along the floor, and now there's some dirt and wood splinters as well that
Mhm.
kind of have skittered across the ground.
Hell yeah, brother.
Otherwise, seems quiet.
And does it look like anybody else has been through here other than us at this moment? Like footprints or anything?
You don't see any footprints. Nope.
Oh, definitely ghosts in here.
All right.
Yeah.
I is the tough one here. I'll go first.
Okay. So you see there are quite a few options on where to go from here. There are 3 doors along the north, 1 door along the east, and 1 door along the south.
Left.
Okay. Left north or
This one?
left south? Okay.
That's the most left.
The most left.
Yeah, because
Yep.
we go left and then we go left again.
Okay.
That way we don't get left behind.
So
That's right.
you head left, and as you walk down that part of the hallway, you see there's a staircase that leads down into what you assume is the basement. And then you see that door which goes south.
I'll yell down the stairs. Hey, like, if there's any ghosts or people or things down there, you need to let us know. Because it's just polite.
Also, any paintings
have any
or
response.
wills?
Okay. My
No
very-
response
see
to
down
that
there?
either. It is very dark down there. There's kind of like you can see light kind of coming through the doors and the windows in this part of the house because it's like probably just before midday, like around 11 o'clock ish. So there's dim light in the hallway and things, but it doesn't look like there's any light coming from the basement. Just gets pitch black by the time it hits the bottom of the stairs.
Normal basement behavior.
Hmm. Does anyone bring like a torch or anything? Or like a lantern or like a flashlight?
You muted there, Tyler.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted on purpose. I was talking
Hmm.
to Sammy.
Things like lights and lanterns, it's just assumed that your characters would have any like petty type of equipment. So
Ideal.
What you got?
Yep.
We
I mean-
we could break out a torch if we need to.
Oh,
Lanterns are fine. Less likely to burn the house down.
or more.
Or
Depending
I mean, depends on
your
how you apply it.
application. All right, you start the lantern. Because I won't.
That's fair. So I'll light a lantern.
okay.
Are we starting with the basement?
Yeah, man.
Then
That was your
working our
idea.
way up.
Yeah,
Now
Yeah.
let's make sure nobody's down there.
to the
Okay.
basement.
So you go down to the basement, and at the bottom of the steps, there is a door, and it seems to be closed.
Oh, man.
There's only one way to fix this problem.
Yeah, man. Kick the door open.
I'll try to
Tyler,
open the door with my hand.
I hear my name being called.
Kick a door open.
The door does not open
I'm gonna kick a door.
when you try it with your hand.
I want to go
Um,
knock on it.
And as you try it with your hand, like it feels very sturdy. This is a significantly stronger door than even the outside exterior door.
This sounds like a good place for paintings or wills to hide.
I'm gonna kick it with my forehead.
Okay.
This is where we'll take 3 physical damage.
That's just not how that
so-
works at all.
I can.
One
push
success
my
is
success,
not
right?
enough. You are able to push. There's
How
not
would
a
I-
good way to do pushes in this
I just-
system. So
I
just hit
reroll
check
everything that's
and-
not a success,
yeah, that's not a success and not a 1.
so I get to reroll 4.
Yep.
I'm gonna use. I can push again, right? Or do I
No,
miss-
you
okay,
only get
I
one push.
Okay.
Unless you have a
I don't.
trait or
I mean, I know we
feat that
said like
lets
to
you-
use your head, but
I'll try my
Yeah,
shoulder next
so-
time. Sorry.
Hang on.
You try to smash your head through this door, and for some reason, it doesn't seem Like that was quite hard enough. And you take 1 physical stress as your head like
stress.
What is the door made out
bashes
of?
against it. It seems to be like really thick wood with metal, iron, like reinforced bars going across it, kind of hold it together.
I walk up to the door. I knock on it 3 times. And then I say, I just wish to speak to you about your Lord and Savior this fine afternoon.
You get no response.
So like,
Have you tried asking them about their wagon's warranty?
Their extended warranty. About to.
what was
Gosh,
I
it's
gonna
over
say?
$7 from Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Would you?
Taco Bell. God damn it.
It's ridiculous. $7 delivery fee.
Oh, that's they get you. And they get you the
Ouch.
shits. So it's a double whammy. Anyway,
I know. I hate it.
would you say that the metal hinges would fall under the earth medium?
Wait, Ty, did you get those wings?
What
Yes.
wing? No, I'm not getting the wings.
Get the
the hell outta
wings.
Get
I
the
don't like
hell outta here.
wings.
Who the hell birthed you?
I had wings for lunch anyway, so
So you should have them
And?
for dinner too.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't
Oh
want
my
Taco.
God. I got more money. I already got money.
You remember the old saying, 2 wings in your hand makes Tyler a happy man.
I
I
don't
was gonna
think that's the saying, but okay.
I cast Evoke Earth and I just explode the hinges on the door.
All right. Give me your roll on that.
All right, so that is
You can grab me some drink and jump right back.
okay. Wisdom and Evoke, so 6 dice because I got 5 in Wisdom, right? 1 in Evoke.
Yep.
And do I get anything extra?
And then you have the medium, so 1 for the medium.
So 7 dice.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. Look at that. I fucked up.
Did you fuck your head?
You can push if you want to.
What do I?
You could re-roll 3 of those dice.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna re-roll 3 of those dice. When in doubt. Fuck.
Oh my God.
They're all ones.
I feel like that should just kill you. But oh my god. Jesus. That
Hey,
is
Eddie.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
If this was Forbidden Lands or anything using the year 0, that would break
would
a
be broken.
character. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
I
mean,
mean,
no
that's-
character can take 7.
No, so you
Even I'm impressed.
well, the thing is too, so you failed this check. So you take 7 damage, mental damage flat. And you notice something else as you go to cast the spell on it. There's like this strange blue shimmer that appears over the door as you try to hit it with magic. And it kind of lashes back out at you. And Chuck, you're going to take
No, I don't want to.
Oh my goodness.
another 6 mental damage.
What was that? Like
I let
13
that-
damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you're broken.
let's see here. Looking at my character sheet. So my HP for mental, my intellect was 3, my wisdom was 5. So I got an 8 in that. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right.
And you just took 13. So basically, don't record that damage. Just leave it at 0, and you're going to take a fallout.
Okay, cool. I can handle that.
And then since this is your first fallout, it is guaranteed to be a minor.
All right, I can handle that. Does that reset my HP?
Yeah, it does. So there's no
Nice.
point in recording.
No
that.
harm, no foul.
So, yeah, I guess. But yeah, you'll mark 1 check on the total fallout,
Uh-huh.
and the fallout you're going to get. Let me.
My money's on tactics.
Yeah, give me a D. 100. We'll just see where this lands.
31.
Okay. That would be. That's still physical section, mental section. That's major fallout. You get the Furious. So you must push on all failed tests.
Oh no.
Not a problem.
Oh,
Just double
Yeah,
down.
Not a problem. Cool. Well, that could have been better.
You get
The
the
door
sense
is
that this
definitely
door
not
is warded.
Is there like a lock on this door?
There is. Yes.
did we get keys?
We have a key.
Do we have a key for this door?
Try it, man. You're the key
Does not work.
keeper.
Yeah, the key like fits, but it doesn't turn or do anything. So you get the
lame.
sense that the key will look similar and be about a similar size, but that does not appear to be the correct key for this door.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm
Made
hesitant
the
to
door
try any
now.
other shenanigans on this
Nah,
door.
let's just keep exploring. I'm sure we'll find another key in here. And then we'll come back and unlock this door and just beat the ever living shit out of it.
That's right.
All right. So,
Let's try that south
Basement
door,
door.
perhaps.
Yeah.
all right. South door opens, and
thank
it
God.
opens up to
I'm goblins.
a little shed here. This seems to be the room. Why did that not reveal?
Because you double hit it.
Okay, there we go. So this seems to be the room that has that set of like double doors on the outside. And it looks like there's kind of this horse-drawn cart that's parked in here. No horses, obviously. It's too small for that. But just seems to be like where the carriage...
I bet their extended warranty is long since passed on this.
Is the cart
Probably.
there?
yes, it's there.
Want to go try and push it, see if it like still moves?
Okay. Yeah, you push it and it seems to like rock back and forth a little bit. There seems to be like some mechanism or something probably that's keeping it locked in place.
Okay.
I would like to get into the carriage and then check the seats for loose change.
Okay. Give me a find test.
Oh boy. Is there yeah, fine. So 3d6 for me.
Flip the visor down and see if there's, keys hidden in it.
Would this count as an urban check by any chance?
Yes, urban or social.
All right. Wait a minute. Do I have both? I have both.
You can only
Does that mean
benefit
I-
from one.
Okay. Damn.
Almost.
Yeah, you don't find any loose change.
Oh well.
Doesn't seem to be any in there.
Roll 20 is not
No,
inspiring
seems to be.
confidence so
It's
far.
pretty dusty. Seems like it hasn't been used in quite a while. It's not necessarily in bad condition. It just looks like it's sat for a long time. It looks like if it were cleaned up, it would be pretty nice. It does get the sense that it was used quite a bit. Like you can see that the seats are a little bit worn in.
Just pooped on it.
Yeah, everywhere.
Anything else of note in the room? Cupboards, closets, cabinets?
In this room,
Be an
no,
evening.
looks like there's some like dirt and things that have been tracked in. It looks like the floor was like stone tiled. There's lots of dirt things that looks like that's been dragged in from outside as the carriage is parked here. You see there are there's like I don't know what it's called, but it's the ropes and things that are used to attach carriages to horses and stuff. You see like a bunch of those on the wall. Just some
Horse
like
ropes.
you see like a horse
No.
whip.
They're
and a
called
set
the
of blinders for a
strap-ons.
horse. Yeah, you see some carriage strap-ons,
And they're called horse strap-ons.
horse strap-ons.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's definitely what
Yeah.
they are.
Stallion straps. Yeah.
Yeah, horse strap-ons and horse blindfolds
No.
and whips.
Horse
Oh
cuffs.
yeah.
I'm glad you're doubling down, Joe.
Yeah, don't even get me started on those horse bits.
Yep.
Wait, are we talking about
Yeah.
sex stuff?
Nothing else really in here. This room seems to just be for this carriage.
Okay,
The garage.
let's head back inside. And
Which door was it we were trying to bash our heads against and realized is fucked?
The basement
Is
door.
the basement
okay.
door. Yeah, down those stairs.
all right, let's,
So I guess we go this way next.
that's the
Yeah,
next
the north door would
most
be the last.
leftmost.
Next most left.
Yep. So this opens up, and there is like a small room in here, and there is a little piano along the right side of the wall and a window.
But I feel like this is one of those situations where you gotta like strum down every key and see how wildly out of tune it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you
You know, that
doing
might
it?
be worth something. I'll just start pressing keys and see if any of them like make a weird like clink instead of a doom.
Yeah, you like run your hand down and there is a little bit of a dead spot in probably the first third of the keyboard.
We're watching Arcane, or
No,
Is it one of like the stand-up pianos or
Yeah, it's like the kind of like compact upright modern
I
piano.
guess we'll
style.
open the top and look inside and see how many dead squirrels there are.
it's a gun.
The piano's got a gun.
just open it up and there's a
Piano's got
blunderbuss.
gun.
Yeah, you open it up and it
My
just
favorite
looks
Metallica
like
song.
a few of the keys are like stuck in place. And you see there is a little piece of paper that's like wedged in between some
Oh,
keys.
gosh. Well, I feel like I gotta go get that then.
Get it.
Don't mash on the piano while I'm reaching my finger.
No,
What,
he's
like
told
this?
me not to.
Yeah, I was about to Tom and Jerry the hell out of you, man.
No.
Ah!
I see what you're doing and whether I say not to or otherwise. So
Tom has the most painful yell in animation.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll try and fetch that note
He
out.
does. But okay, yeah, you're easily able to fetch it out. You open the note. It seems to be like it's kind of like really messily scribbled handwritten notes. Appears to be in common, and it looks to be like a list of ingredients. You're guessing, like it looks like a grocery list at first, but then there's some other like weird things mentioned, like mercury and stuff that you probably wouldn't expect someone to be shopping for.
How expansive is this list?
It's got about 15 items on it.
That's what I
Some of them are really simple. It's just like salt. There's like even a few just plant items in there.
We find the house of the
there's-
Full Metal Alchemist.
Now that the piano works, I'm gonna sit down at it and start playing the song.
Piano
with
does
my people.
Okay.
Mhm.
Chopsticks.
No,
Yeah,
it's too high
those
for the
keys do work now.
supermarket.
Assuming you're able to play piano, it plays just fine. It's a little bit out of tune. Seems like it's sat for a while, but
Trust me, I don't notice.
yeah. But it plays. Keys ring out.
Yeah, I'll hold on. I'll hold on to the note there, I guess.
All right.
Okay, next left.
Okay. Next left. So this opens up into a pretty big room. And then let me reveal This will be a weird.
And now there's a goblin.
I feel like these people built the South with way too many doors.
They did. Like,
They should have considered like a more open floor plan. Maybe we can help with that on our way out.
More open floor plan.
Just start knocking some of the walls out.
Hey, listen, if we catch fire to it,
What'd you say, Adele?
what?
All right.
What?
So
Oh, there's a body.
it must be that goblin that Alex was talking about.
I'm telling you.
There's no body in the room.
you do not see a stick figure goblin in the middle of the room, but you do see several
He's right
shelves.
there.
He's invisible. All right.
Yeah, you see there's several shelves in here. Some of them have like lots of pots and like vials and jars. Looks to be like a bunch of potions. And you also see lots of books. You see a few like alchemical instruments like mortar, pestle, and a few other, like a big station where it looks like these potions have been brewed at. Looks a little bit messy. It's not quite as organized as it is in that picture. So there's like one missing here and there. And then you would see that this bottom row here,
Whoever's running the stream view might need to move the camera down over this little segment here.
Oh, they want to see my goblin? Oh, no.
You can keep the goblin in the screen.
No, it's too
Just
late.
put him in like the
Goblin's
top
dead.
right corner. Oh my god. Poor goblin.
you would see that that entire like bottom row of the shelf has been smashed, and like all of those potions are broken and the glass is still there. And it looks like they've kind of seeped into the wood a little bit and discolored it. But the rest all seem to be mostly intact.
You think if I lick that wood, I'll gain magical powers?
Yes.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Yes.
If licking's not enough, you could try and chew some of it.
Take a big old bite.
Don't let your
It
dreams
looks
be
like
dreams.
it's sat for quite a while. So
Well, listen, man, if that's not
Some
good, like the
tasty
rest
dust.
of the bottles are still there and good. Just start drinking shit, man.
there are a ton of other bottles. Some seem empty, but there are plenty that seem like they still have stuff in them.
Hey, they got like some labels on them or something.
Yeah, do they have labels?
They are all labeled, but not in any sort of language that you recognize. It doesn't look like it's really meant to be a language. They'll just kind of have like scribblings or like test one or weird symbols on them. Looks like whoever labeled them had his own kind of code going on.
Maybe I'll
Shelves.
thumb through some of these books real quick and see if any of these titles or content, mean anything.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check under the bird cage and then under that little rug in the corner.
Okay, so the bird cage. One thing that's different about the bird cage from the picture there and what you actually see is it is covered. So there's like this tarp over it. There's not a way to grab the handle without pulling off that tarp, unless you like wanted to grab the sides.
Yeah, I'll take the tarp off. I'll look inside, and then I'll turn it upside down to look at the bottom and also just under the bird cage itself.
All right. So you pull off the tarp, and it's very dusty. And as you do that, I imagine, kind of like shield your eyes so it don't get the dust on you.
Breathe in deeply.
But after the dust settles a little bit, you see there is a bird sitting
Oh.
in the cage. It's kind of like red and orangish, and it stares at you and tweets. It's just beep.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh.
Hmm.
So this isn't like that
And
one
it kind
scene
of
from the
flutters a
one
little
movie.
bit and hops around on its bar.
I go up to the. Oh, I'm confused now.
It's not even nailed to the perch.
A live bird?
Is it pining for the fjords?
Appears to be a
I-
live bird.
I
It
look
looks
up-
very frail. Kind of not quite withered, but it looks like really, really thin.
Well, if there's
I
one thing I've learned, you should always feed strange animals that shouldn't be alive anymore.
Absolutely.
I walk up to it
No,
and I ask it, when was the last time you were fed?
And it like tilts its head back and forth a few times, and it starts pecking its head against the like the metal that's holding its pole.
I
And it
think
just
that,
taps like a whole bunch of times.
I think that means 17 years. How many times did it tap?
It tapped.
it's 25
18
times
times.
365.
I think it's been down here for 18 years.
Jeez.
This is a demon bird. I think.
Do you eat people? Tap once for yes or twice for no.
Taps 3 times.
Oh, it's fine then. I'll go
Both.
ahead and open the
Oh, that's
cage.
disgusting.
Wait, do you eat plants?
As you move up to the cage, it starts like pecking. It like hops down off its perch, and you see there's like a little door, and it's got like a little latch over it. It starts pecking at the latch.
It wants to be free.
I'm gonna let it
It's to
out. but we
consume
should
our
be
souls.
We should be ready to destroy it at any cost. And
He
All
just
right.
wants to be our friend.
I ready my hammer and open the latch.
So you flip the latch, and do you open the door as well with it?
Yeah, ready to strike.
You open the door, and it like hops forward a little bit, and then tilts its head and taps at the cage again, and it flutters out and
Hammer
flies around and lands right next to the cage. And it looks to me there's like this little box that probably had feed in at one time, or probably had feed in it at one time. And it starts like pecking at the box, trying to open it.
There you go, bathroom. I'll be right back.
I guess I'll go over there and da-da-da-da, baby.
I
No.
once again ready my hammer.
I'll go open
Alright.
it up and see if I get sucked into it.
Yeah. You open up this box, and it looks to be like really old, kind of deteriorated food in it. Looks like there used to be seeds and things in here, but they've been in this box for quite a long time. There's like some of them have kind of decomposed
Well,
and
since
are all kind of discolored.
Since we're fully committed to making bad decisions, I might just take some bread out and just crumble up some bread in my hands and
Yeah,
scatter
it
that.
kind of like it pokes around in the box for a little bit, but as you pull out the bread, it flutters over and starts chirping and starts pecking up, and it's loving the bread that you're giving it.
Perfect. Hopefully it loves me too when it decides to kill us all later.
Like, I don't know about all of you, but
You are
like,
now my kid.
the thing's creepy, right?
Yeah, but I gave it bread, so maybe it likes me.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll give it some bread too.
I've been so close to hammering this
It's
thing.
feasting on all the bread it's getting.
What about that weird creepy dude above that one bookshelf?
I noticed that.
I figure if we just don't pay attention to him, then he won't do anything to us.
Maybe he'll go away.
Yeah.
The first rule of creepy guy peeking over the shelf is you don't pay attention to the creepy guy poking over the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Pretend they're not there.
After I give the bird some bread, I'll then turn over the bird cage and see if there's anything like attached to the bottom or just laying underneath it.
Yeah, I'll probably check the bottom of the box too. Like pour it out and look inside and check underneath.
Jake, as you grab the cage, right when you move it, you notice there's some like strange geometry for a split second that gets very bright. Give me a agility saving throw.
Oh, baby.
It's a triple failure.
What did I miss?
If that's a focused save, what do I do with that?
So if one
You
that
get
you have like a
advantage.
check mark in it,
Yeah.
you get advantage. So you get to roll twice. And the goal is to roll under whatever your agility is.
Okay.
We let the bird out, Tyler.
And we fed it, some of us.
Oh,
Mhm.
good.
Oh, so you roll.
Wait, no.
So
I did.
do the
D20.
click the save macro
Gotcha.
and just type whatever your agility is. Sorry.
We cleared the chat box here because I messed up.
While they're doing that, I want to look through all those models on the shelves.
All right.
Specifically, I want to see if there's any ivermectin.
Give you a fine test.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you succeed there, Jake. So you see that there's like, it looks to be this circle with a bunch of triangles and things kind of within it, this geometry, and you recognize it very quickly to be some sort of sigil or rune. And as it lights up, you get the sense that it's probably not very safe, and you dodge out of the way. And there's just this quick bout of flame that, and looks like it probably would have destroyed the cage.
Oh,
So this was when you tried to
it's not
move the
harming.
cage?
Yeah, upon picking up the cage and moving it off of it.
Okay.
well, I guess maybe it's a good thing that we let the bird out first, or it's a bad thing. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Well, I'll check the bottom of the cage then, see if there's anything under it.
I don't see anything underneath
Or on
the
the
cage.
bottom of it.
Yeah, you don't see anything on the cage on the bottom, or there's like some like threshing and stuff that was inside the cage that kind of falls out as you're tilting it, but you don't see anything of note.
Alrighty.
All right, Chuck, you gave a oh yeah, and you have to push on that. So you
And I
take
did.
1 mental stress.
Oh, it's just stress. Oh, handle that.
Yeah. And so were you wanting to find ivermectin?
I'm
For any-
just looking over it to see if anything hops out.
You find a potion that you think is a healing potion.
Nice. I'll go give it to the bird.
Okay.
Oh,
Break this.
So you take this potion over to the bird, and it's happily still like pecking at this bread. And as you bring the potion over to it, it looks confused. And how do you try to give it to the bird? I guess, like, what are you?
I'll find like a little cup or bowl or something like small container and pour a little bit in and then hold it up to the bird to drink.
Okay. And it looks confused. It kind of like pecks around it, and it puts its beak in it for a little bit, and it like quickly kind of tastes it, and then it knocks over the rest of it.
That's rude. I mean,
That's all I needed.
And it goes back to pecking at the bread.
all right, I
This is
helped,
my
guys.
house now.
Well, I guess we know not to drink that potion. Maybe, probably.
Yeah. I guess we should tear apart all of these cabinets and look for keys.
We'll look under the rug, check in the books, behind the cabinets, under the cabinets.
Ignore the creepy guy behind the shelf.
Never look at the creepy guy behind the shelf.
What creepy guy behind the shelf?
Look out at the bookshelf by the birdcage. At the top.
Oh, hi, creepy guy behind the shelf.
So as you guys are rummaging through this, and after the bird's had its fill on the bread pieces, it's looking a lot healthier, a little bit less withered. It starts fluttering around the room a little bit, flutters up on the shelves, and it starts kind of like hopping along the shelves. And eventually it comes across this potion here and starts pecking at it.
I guess I'll go get it. Since I'm
And then
the,
as you go and grab it, it kind of flutters excitedly and then hops down on like an open spot on the table.
I'll be right back.
man, there's no way
Okay.
this is gonna go well, but let's keep going.
If it's like a transmutation thing and like we give it to the bird and it turns into that guy Rutger and like
Rupert?
he's not dead and like we don't have to finish the job.
But we can just get paid and be done.
I like it. And piss off those people. Yeah, man. I'll get the bowl and I'll wipe it out on probably Elf's pants and then hand him the bowl so he can pour the potion in it for the bird to drink.
Okay. So you pour the potion in.
Mm-hmm.
Bird goes to drink it. It
I hope it just
As-
makes the bird incredibly buff and then it fights us.
It grows like little arms, like you see like the chicken arms.
Yeah, it's kind of buff, meaty arms.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a knife.
Foghorn Leghorn now.
Oh, it's gonna be like Trogdor, but the Birdinator instead.
okay. So bird pecks at it, and you see him like peck, and he pulls his beak up, and he kind of like drinks it and keeps pecking back and forth. And after he's drained about a half of it, he like flutters a little bit, and then hops a bit, and then collapses over on his side.
Oh no, we killed it.
Well, it's an X bird now.
It was bound to happen.
After a few moments, all of its feathers pop off.
Oh,
Insult to injury right there.
like they just
And it
eject
continues
off
to
of
just
it. Or,
lay there.
You said
Yeah, they kind of
check
like
off.
some of them fall off, and some kind of like
you can't borrow
Yeah.
your stick. Poke at it.
Yeah, man. I'll hand him my stick.
Well, poke at it.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do with dead things, right?
Mhm. I
Poke 'em
watched
with
Stand
sticks?
By Me.
Just kind of
You poke it. As you poke its flesh, seems like the pores that the feathers like shot out of are kind of shrinking, and it like twitches a little bit as you're poking at it.
Ew.
Guys, I don't think it's dead.
Could you move it away from the feathers? Those might be worth something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use the stick and just kind of try and poke it away from the feathers a little bit.
Mhm.
Go get the feathers. Go get them. Go get them.
Yeah, I'll go get the feathers.
Yeah.
Magical
Those
bird
could be-
feathers.
Yeah, maybe
I
we'll
think.
render this into a soup and it'll do something. Who knows?
Feather soup? That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It does.
I might,
but
like,
it could be magic.
Take that potion that it drank, like smell it or something.
Yep, it has no odor at all.
Drink it.
I'm not that brave.
I will gently scoop up the bird
Yep.
and set it on the table.
Should we burn it? Just make sure it's dead.
All right,
Eh,
you set it on the table. As you pick it up, you notice that its heart is beating just like really, really fast in its chest.
You don't give birds cocaine. I mean, trust me.
wakey, wakey, bird.
It also feels heavier than a bird should feel.
Huh. Well, too bad the bird didn't give us any directions. So if we want to carry on, I guess I'll just carry the bird with me.
How
I mean,
much of
Coastal,
the
you're a
potion
plant.
did
You
it
could
drink?
like
It drank just like a few beakfuls in the cap.
Can we find like a what are they like the pipette, the thing where you like a little syringe or?
Oh yeah, there's
eyedropper?
there's definitely one of those there.
If
Yep.
we need to like give it more.
Yeah, let's give it more.
oh my god.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely find there's all sorts of like there are syringes, there are like the little eyedropper like vile things.
We'll do an eyedropper, and we'll just start dropping some more of this potion in it to its beak.
Okay. Imagine you like kind of flip it on its back and open its beak. You just keep dropping it in. Each time you add a new drop, it twitches a little bit.
We're making it better or we're making it worse.
I don't know
Either
which
way,
one
we're
it is,
doing
though.
something.
How many vials of the dropper do you like? You put one and it seems to twitch every time. Like, do you go back for another?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the whole thing in.
Okay.
Is there enough room for the whole potion in the bird?
Just throw the bird in the potion and shake it up. Like Diet Coke and Mentos. Here we go.
I love it.
Yep. Yeah, you add a few more droppers to it. And nothing seems to happen at first. You see its like heartbeat continue to be like very rapid. And then you hear like a snapping sound as one of its wings kind of contorts and cracks. And it seems to grow a
Ooh.
little bit longer.
We're on the right path.
Or
And the other
long
one
path.
cracks and snaps and grows a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm not stopping.
And are you still holding the bird, or like is it on the table?
We set it on the table, didn't we?
Okay.
Yeah.
We hadn't left. I was just offering to hold it if we wanted to move, but
Mm. Yep. And it just continues to like contort and snap. You see the wings kind of mold in, and it seems to have like almost arm-shaped appendages.
You're fucking on fire here. Yeah.
And you see
I called it. Buff bird.
you see the talons of its feet kind of start to shed its like hard exterior. The nails retract and then peel off. And you watch slowly as this bird kind of turns into this humanoid form and then grow in mass. But it looks like it hasn't had enough of the potion. It like
Keep
kind of
giving it
stops
potion. I mean,
mid.
I mean this. I
Okay.
am not going to stop until the potion is empty.
All right.
Yeah.
You
We're
continue to feed
making
it.
Birdman.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's an attorney.
Maybe
I
he's
hope so.
better at our
So-
jobs.
You continue this transition, and bird continues to grows in mass. And eventually it hits this point and its heart stops,
Oh shit.
curls into a ball, and this blue sheen kind of washes over it.
Uh-oh.
It's magical girl transformation time.
As far as I can tell, yeah. Does it like start spinning around, or do we have to do that for it?
It doesn't start spinning. But no, it has this kind of sheen wash over it. And then it grows in mass rapidly. And out pops a young child, probably looking about 13, 14 years old.
Weirdo.
He is now like sitting kind of like slapped over the side of the table because it's a little bit too small for him. He sits up.
Does the heart
He
still
looks
stop?
around excitedly, and he reaches for that potion, and like he puts out his hand trying to grab the rest of the potion from
Oh,
you.
hand it to him. Yeah.
He chugs the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've returned me to my throne.
Rupert, I'm glad
evil.
to see you're back.
After he finishes the potion, he's like, Rupert, that's not my name. I'm Micah.
Who the fuck is Micah?
Oh,
Hey,
the
Sammy
son.
threw some bits. Thanks, Sammy.
the
Hey,
son who
thanks, Sammy.
supposedly didn't want the property. I bet those peoples are liars outside.
Oh shit.
How did you become a bird?
I don't know. Last thing I remember is I was eating dinner and then it was dark.
Was it with either of the, I don't remember their names now, but either of the people who want the house?
Does he have clothes on?
No.
He does. After the like blue sheen went over him.
After the magic
he's
girl
like-
transformation.
What is a
Right,
magical girl transformation?
How many
he's
ribbons
wearing
and
a sailor
frills does
suit.
it have?
So you mentioned Merla and Etmit, and he doesn't seem. Do you say their last names as well?
Yeah.
Birchwitch and Garenbo.
So when you say Merla Birchwick, he doesn't react to that at all. But when you say Emmett
Marlboro.
Garenbo, yeah. When you say Emmett Garenbo, he's like, oh, I know him. He's like, that's my dad's caretaker. He tends to the grounds here.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Mr.
you with
Rupert
him?
pays him. He gets to live in the house.
So, do you want this property? This house?
Do you know that Rupert's dead?
And he seems very confused. Like, why? I live here. It is mine, right? It's mine and Rupert's.
Okay. So there was some magical fuckery. Someone turned you into a bird,
After kicking your door down.
and your father died. And now the Saxville Baggins have crawled out of the woodwork, and they're trying to steal this house.
He seems confused. Like, Rupert died. When did he die? I just saw him like a few minutes ago.
Like,
Wow, it's been like 18 years.
It's
Yeah.
been like 20 years.
you've been a bird for a very long time.
It's like, well, I don't like this joke. It's not very funny.
I mean, we just got in the
Please.
house, to be honest, but we can walk around a little more and you can see that it's not what it used to be. I mean, look at the creepy guy in the corner. Do you remember him being here?
Look at that goblin on the floor.
The
Goblin on the floor. Neither of those were there. He seems confused, and he's like, "Where's Emmett? Emmett will know what's going on. I want to talk to him."
You know what? Maybe we should go get Emmett. This will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Maybe we finish
We'll be
going
paid
through the
extra.
house first.
yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
What if
Yeah,
Emmett's
maybe
like
Emmett was
some-
the guy who did this shenanigans, and we got to find out what all to do before we stab
Hey,
somebody.
do you know how to get into the basement?
You just open the door.
But it's like
Mm,
magically
yeah.
sealed and shit.
Well, I don't know. Rupert always says not to go down there, but I just know there's a door.
It's more than just
Sometimes
a
I
door.
go down there when he doesn't know. There's like
Maybe
a
Let's go
big
down there now.
fireplace down there. It's like, it's really spooky.
Okay.
Maybe
cool.
he can just open the door.
What are the floors made out of?
It seems to be like kind of wood tiled in this room.
What about in the front, like hallway area?
Also like a hardwood floor.
Oh shit! Why we're trying to go through the door? Let's just go through the floor?
I mean, maybe he can just open the door for us.
Yeah, you go try and open the door.
Okay.
We're gonna kill this kid.
Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't try to magic the door open.
He runs down, he tries the door and doesn't seem to budge. He's like, normally, and he like kind of pushes on it. He's like, it's stuck.
Okay.
It's
that's
called
like-
locked. That's what most people call this.
All right. I got this, guys. Don't you worry. Right there in that front hallway, I'm drawing a red circle.
right beyond the door.
Right there.
Okay.
I am going to cast Evoke Herbal.
So I will say the door is like right here. like this.
So it goes down and then turns.
Yeah.
Okay. Wherever the other side of the door is.
Right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Can you cast
Evoke Herbal.
I get with water.
Evoke Herbal? Okay. And what are you trying to do with that?
I am trying to just blow a big hole in the floor.
Okay. You're trying to like force too much matter in the same spot
Yeah, I'm gonna make it
so
explode.
that it splinters. Okay. Give me that roll.
3 successes.
That is exactly how much you needed. So with that, so it's not a very big hole, but you kind of force the wood together and it splinters, and you see some of it like explodes down and some of it splinters and flies up, but doesn't go and hit anyone. So no one's injured from it. And now there's like probably a hole just big enough for a single person to go through. And see it drops down into the basement, which looks to be like completely pitch black.
Oh, don't worry. We got a lantern.
Going in there, Fighter number 7.
And one Vin
Oh,
Diesel.
God. I guess I'll maybe lower the lantern down first so I can see in the room.
Okay. You lower the lantern down
And Vin Diesel blows it
and
up.
you would see
Watch out for geometry.
this
Or
room
Vin
is
Diesel.
illuminated.
Oh, my gosh.
And you would know like the staircase is right there.
I'm gonna watch Pitch Black tomorrow.
All right. You guys suck. I'm going down.
All right. So you hop down.
Yeah.
Give me a want to do some form of a athletics test because it's a bit of a drop.
I do have, can I use acrobatics instead?
Yeah. Yep.
Parkour down into the hole.
Parkour.
That's right. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember what we gave this social and urban, was it? Does this change?
Yeah,
since
this would
it's
be
based?
this would still be social or urban.
Dang. All
That's
right.
of the house.
Hooray. 1 success.
One success is enough. So you hop down and you don't like land weird or anything. And as you land and pick up your little lantern, you'd see it shine into the next room. And you see a large stone coffin.
There's totally normal things down here, guys.
Set your lantern down. I want you to catch me.
All right. Just
Rock bottom.
And I jump down.
Okay. Give me that athletics test again, but add an extra d6 to it.
Oh, okay. So that'll
Should I
be
give it or should
3
Chuck give it?
dice. Oh yeah.
Chuck.
Oh, I pass.
hey.
Pass. You flutter down and land in his hands, and he's able to catch you.
The rest of you are on your own.
Later, nerds.
You're just too
Try to
heavy for me to
parkour down there
catch.
too.
I mean, we
Okay.
could probably just lower a rope, right? I mean, that's probably what we should have done.
Yeah, if a rope is lowered, I would just do that.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to. You probably have a rope, one of you, so you lower that.
Not nearly
Slide
as
down.
exciting as jumping down. Just want to let y'all know.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I made the right decision.
Okay. All right. So
If we
yeah,
can
you guys.
Open the door from this side.
Sure. Yeah, you try to open the door, and you see like there's a handle that you're able to turn on this side. And as you do that, you feel like a little bit of a like almost a hum or buzz, like there's kind of warmth on the door. But it's able to twist and the door opens.
That's
Okay.
probably a good idea. Like, let's have
Yeah.
that door open.
Nice. I want to go check this coffin out.
Okay. So you walk over to this coffin. It's like a stone coffin that's sitting not quite in the center of the room, but kind of centered from left to right in there. And you see that there's kind of like white scraping. The floor in this is all stone. And you kind of see like white scrapings where it's been moved forward and backwards. And you also see chains laying around the side of it.
But not over it.
Not over it, around the side of it. And then also on the wall behind it, you see there looks to be like this metal grating.
I'll be right back again.
And like kind of like a metal door, a small metal door that's like set into the wall.
Huh. Well, it's not to the left, so
Looks too small to. It's not like a metal standing door. It's like a small. Probably about that
Like
big.
a hatch.
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Well, first we
Or
gotta
about the size of the. It's about the like length
Size of the
and
coffin.
height of the coffin. Yeah, looks like the coffin could fit through.
Neat, I guess. Well, let's maybe go through here first.
Hey.
Or,
let's open the coffin first.
oh gosh, can we? That little panel that
Yeah, there
maybe
could
we-
be silverware in there.
does it like push open? Can we just peek through what's on the other side of it first?
As you guys are down here too, you hear Micah call down. It's like, Mr. Emmett's gonna be mad about this hole.
It's fine. Tell
yeah.
him robbers did it.
Blaming you.
But you
Someone
guys
broke the
did
door
it.
open.
No,
No, we saw robbers do it earlier,
I saw you do it.
or that.
And so you said you were going to open this coffin, Chuck?
Well,
I
I'm
wanna
going to
peer through the little
volunteer
hatch
someone
first.
else to. Like, I'm 2 feet tall. Like, I ain't opening shit.
You know, I'll
Yeah.
try to open it with my 2 brawn.
Okay. You're able to push it open. It's not a check.
Yeah.
But as you push it open, you see there is a corpse. It appears to be like a man wearing very elaborate, like exquisite clothing, a few robes, and he's like clutching a small book in his hands. He's still got hair and his skin's like kind of leathery. It's not fully decomposed as a skeleton, but he's like almost there.
Hey, Micah, is this your Rupert?
It's just laying there.
I'll try to use my knife to kind of get between his hands and the book.
Hey,
Try and get
hey.
the book out of there.
Hey, do me a favor while you're up there. Kind of like cut one of his fingers off.
No.
I want a
I-
snack.
I would say I was right up there because I was prepared to slam this corpse with a hammer.
Uh-huh.
I was
Yeah.
leaning on, let's not
Swipe.
desecrate this body at all.
It's not desecrating if you eat it.
That's especially.
It's not
desecrating.
Jujutsu Kaisen if you eat it also, but
I
Listen,
think that counts as desecration.
it's okay if I eat this because I'm a plant.
It's got embalming stuff in it, probably.
Not in the
Probably.
fingers.
he's just trying to get high.
Yeah, I don't know about this. You just want fingers.
Okay,
I'll get you
fine.
some fingernails later.
I don't want a fingernail. I want meat. God damn it!
I'll try and get the book out from his
I'm sorry.
non-cut apart hands.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to grab this book and you slide it out. Seems to be like a pretty thick bound tome. It's got like a little latch holding it closed too, like a small little lock.
Is it got a key? Because if not, I'm opening that sucker.
It does not have a key attached to it. Looks like a key could go in, a pretty small key, but you don't see it with them.
Hmm.
Oh, gosh,
Mm-hmm.
this guy with his locked things.
Well, I mean, it's a small dealy. I mean, it can't be that difficult.
Can we see the paper?
I'll jam my
inside?
knife into the keyhole and try to jiggle it around.
Okay.
See if that does anything.
All right. Give me a would this be?
Probably also trapped. Ding dong.
Yeah. Oh, look, geometry. Bam.
Fucking math.
Nobody said there'd be math.
Because you're basically trying to pick this lock with your knife, or you're trying to force it open with your.
Trying to pick it.
One and then the other.
So give me a dexterity then.
All right. Well, let's see here. Being. Oop. Okay, fine. I'll just type it.
I still want to have like Micah come down here to look at this dead guy.
2 6s. So you press your knife and you wiggle it a little bit, and you feel it click. And right when it clicks, you see this like white ring of light around the locking mechanism, like flash for a second, and then dim as it
That's
unlatches, and you're able to open it.
Alrighty. Well, let's
Geometry.
sucker. Yeah. I'll start
Mathematical.
flipping through some pages, see what all's in there.
All right. So you open it up, you start flipping through it. And it seems to be, after you look through it pretty quickly, and it is kind of hard to read with a dim light, but you recognize the handwriting. It's not like a printed book, it's all handwritten. And it seems to be the same that was on that like scribbled piece of paper that you saw earlier. And it's both a kind of like a journal of ramblings of just random things and personal accounts. And then it's also lists of potions that he's tried to create and different types of mixes and brews and all the things that he's been working on. And you do see there is a section towards the back of the book that has like a little code transcribing of you recognize the symbols as things that you saw on his shelf.
Oh, neat. It's got a cipher for all of his potions.
Yep. It's the main thing to take away from. And then there's like little personal accounts of he writes it like very wordy whenever there's a potion. He's like, oh, this is what I did and this is where I found this plan. Like he just goes way too long to explain how he would do a single thing.
Is it possible to tell what those smashed potions would have been from this?
Yes. So if you would have to, or you get the sense that like the cipher would match, but most of those bottles were smashed pretty good, so you'd have to like piece them together. So I would make that into a test, like a that would be probably a study or a mend if you're like trying to piece them together. And then that can be either a social, urban, or arcane.
Is anybody good at either of those things?
Wait, what are we doing?
I made the wrong kind of character for this campaign.
I know it's
and
magic
He's trying
things.
to he's trying to see ow gosh.
if we can piece one of the broken bottles back together enough to find like
He's trying to figure out what
symbols
bottles
on it.
were smashed, like what they were. Yep.
All right. I have arcane. And I have observe.
I think it was mend or study.
I don't have.
Yeah,
those.
mend or study.
But if you have a good intellect or wisdom, then you're a leg up.
Yeah, I'll
Still.
do. I got. Yeah, I'll do. So it'll be 6, 5 for wisdom, 1 for arcane.
Okay. Have to push.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's 3 mental stress. And as you're trying to like piece together these pieces of glass, one of them gives you a cut.
Oh,
And it's one that has a bit of like potion still on it. So in the fail forward sense of you're trying to figure out what the potion does, you find out what the potion does.
Ooh.
As your body seems to violently react to the section that's been cut. And then this will be.
Do I grow
That was
fingers?
a high roll.
Oh my
That is 2d6 of physical damage.
Of bird damage.
Oh, you rolled 2d6. 10. Okay.
Yeah, so you take 10 physical damage.
Okay. I had 5.
Okay,
that's the second Fallout.
that is your second fallout.
Well, at least we're learning about the Fallout mechanic in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is a fun one because it is a magic fallout.
Ooh.
So there are different types of fallout based on how you came across the fallout, and fallout that was given to you because of magic can be a lot worse. Give me a d6 roll as well, because you already have one fallout. Every time you take a new fallout, you roll the total number that you have currently from that total fallout roll.
3.
3. Okay, so that's good. If it were a 6, you would take a major.
Oh.
If you get any 6s on your total fallout rolls, then your next fallout becomes a major. So you get another minor fallout, but it is a magic physical. Okay. That works with what this potion does. So you in this cut kind of ripples out and bubbles and boils, and your plant leaves quickly change color and get kind of like fleshy. And it looks like you're still a plant, but mostly made out of flesh, but it's covered in like boils, and it's very like irritated looking, and it's also very discolored. You've got like these deep purple and yellow like blotches all over your skin. So you are now a same shape, same
Fleshy
silhouette
version?
for the most part, but made out of flesh.
I'm a fleshy.
Yes.
That's
You're a
terrifying.
fleshy.
Oh my God, mistakes were made. Micah, can we fix this?
I can feel everything.
We're not careful. He's
So,
going to try to eat himself.
I'm naked.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Well, I can't now. It'd be cannibalism.
And then put a physical minor fallout on your sheet called transmuted, and put the description as we'll just record it as fleshy for right now. We know what that means.
Okay.
And then add another checkbox to your
I got it.
fallout.
Look at
Yeah.
me. I'm made out of meat. I am gonna do my taxes.
Now you're delicious.
And the rest of you, this is a horrifying sight as his body slowly turns into, well, almost rapidly, like bubbles and style flesh colored.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start looking through all the potion ciphers to see if there's a way to do not that.
He's like, I gotta step away real quick.
So you find a cipher, and it matches the symbol on the now empty bottle that Micah drank. And it seems to undo transmutations and
Oh,
revert
neat.
back to, like renders their effects inert and returns things to their intended original state.
So there's only one of those, or is there another one?
You do not see any others, at least none that are full. You see a few on the shelf that all have that, but they all seem to be empty.
Dang, not even a drop.
Not even a drop.
Dang it. Micah.
You do see in the book, it tells you the ingredients to make it.
Well,
You
I'm not
wanted
an
to
alchemist. So
attempt
I
to make
might,
it.
yeah, I might.
Probably not,
Well,
might not go very well if you're not, none of you
Trained
are
in any sort of
probably good at that.
So what were we originally trying to do?
Find
So originally you were trying to find out who had the rights to this house. You were looking for
In this area specifically.
this area specifically. You were looking to see what these bottles were that were smashed.
Just attack that.
Yeah.
So we're trying to see
found
which
out.
bottles were smashed. Why? Why is that?
Yeah.
just to know what they do.
I don't know why. You just wanted to know like what the smash bottles did, and they appear to be bottles of flesh transmutation,
Oh, okay. You guys have fun with
or like
that.
transmute flesh.
I have all the flesh I need.
Yeah, unfortunately, so does our Leshy now.
Yeah, he's got more. than
They
me.
also seem to be a base agent. So this was a potion that was meant to be added to other ones to like be a multi-stage transmutation process. This was just like the initial bit that said it was impacting flesh.
Well, Micah seemed to know which one was which, so maybe he can help us out with this briefly.
Yeah. You know, I
So you
think I'll
call over
just,
Micah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I think you should have this book.
So he recognizes the book and he's like, "Oh, this is Rupert's book." He says I'm not allowed to touch it ever, and he like kind of is apprehensive.
Oh, well, if you want to go ask him, we can take you to Rupert real quick.
I thought you said he was dead. Is he here?
Yeah,
He is. Yeah.
he's both.
Both of those are true.
What?
We'll take him downstairs.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's get the kid
And you
acquainted with.
show this child a dead body of his
sorry.
father figure. He begins crying, and he also sees this transmuted awful abomination of a fleshy leshy. And just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I'm screaming.
That was an
Science.
accident.
This is where this is the type of thing that would incur fortune as a fortune saving throw.
For who?
So I would say Dan and Jake, as you are showing a corpse to a child. Give me
The corpse of a loved one to a child.
This happens.
Am I still
give
me?
me a charisma saving throw.
You're no longer muted.
Oh God, why did it have to be charisma? We didn't. We're not showing the child this body because we have charisma.
Wait. I got
Oh wait,
charisma.
Oh, you
is
got
this
it.
kid crying?
Oh yeah, he's freaked out.
I go over and attempt to console him.
Mercifully, that's one of my saving skills, so I think I'll try that again.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, you all said that I'm
There we
relief
go.
again.
Hey.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
No negative effects. You almost took 4 fortune damage. Yeah. They showed Micah the body of Rupert and incurred charisma saving throws for that.
Nice.
Yeah. So now he's freaked out, and Alex, you were going to try and calm him or
Mhm.
console him.
I mean, this needed to happen so that he can get this house.
Hey, Debbie, thanks for that sub.
Can I compel him to push through and just not worry about this currently?
Yeah, you can do a compel. So like compel is trying to inspire someone or convince someone using truthful information. So you can definitely give me a compel. This would be social.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. All right, and I have a 5 charisma and 2 in compel.
Mhm.
So how many dice would that be?
7.
Would that be 7? Okay.
Yeah, 7. And then do you have social as one of your contexts?
I did not.
Okay, yeah. So just the 7 then. Your attribute plus the number of ranks you have.
No, that's a lot of
There's
sixes.
You could push. You'd get to re-roll all 7, but any ones you would roll would cause stress to you.
Obviously, I'm gonna re-roll them.
Hey,
2 successes and 1.
Look at
Okay,
that.
so mark 1 fortune stress,
1, 14.
and then 2 successes. So you get him to calm down. So
Mhm.
you like, put your hand on his shoulder.
I lay my hand on his shoulder and I say, "This is all on the Great One's plan." You see, he knocks us down to bring us right back up.
And he seems to be a little bit comforted. He still seems like kind of shocked and horrified, but you've got him through to where he's kind of more rational and more approachable again.
Yeah, I mostly say that about the dead body. That thing, that's an abomination. But
It's like, yeah, I don't like that.
yeah.
I don't like either of them, but especially not that.
I've always been
yeah,
told.
none of us are really fond of that.
I've always been told 2 things, that the big one up there in the sky will lead you always to the truth, and he also doesn't like ugly. So we're just not gonna focus on that one right now.
All right. But yeah, so he's able to calm down and willing to work with you guys again. Definitely with that, with the 2 successes, you get him back to that point where he's calm and compliant.
Nice.
So
Still
you
very
said
sad. He's saying that he wants to talk to Mr. Emmett again.
I just
We
think
can
we should be
certainly
careful
do that.
because clearly someone put you in the bird cage that was actually trapped. It almost killed you.
I don't know who would have done that.
That's what we're trying to sort out now.
Yeah, is there a place where Emmett would stay when he was in service to your father?
Yeah, he's usually up in his little tower.
Oh, okay.
Should we
Well, we'll
finish
just go
this?
ahead and we'll check that out, make sure it's safe for him to come check out later on, and then we'll go talk to Emmett.
Should we finish looking at the basement real quick? Is this a door?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's take a quick look see around.
Yep.
I feel like this is probably like an incinerator or something down here. If we push him through to the other side of that little hatch.
Yeah. You'd get this. It's got like a big, heavy, ceiling door on it. You definitely get that sense if you've seen one of those. Very similar. So yeah, it's just like a series of these rooms. It looks like most of these are just kind of like lawn storage boxes and kind of some random planks of wood. But you do see that there's this box in the back corner that is a little bit more robust and a little bit more ornate in design. It's got really nice wood and it's got these more golden almost hinges to it and like framing, and it's engraved. Like it just looks much nicer of a chest.
Is it
And
locked?
it's just sitting. It appears to be locked.
Dang it.
I
this
think
guy
we should
is
find the
lost.
key for that one.
Yep.
It might kill us otherwise.
Maybe Micah knows. Micah, do you know where the keys are?
And he looks at that box. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's Rupert's lockbox. It's probably in his desk somewhere. He doesn't know that I
where's
know
his-
where he keeps his keys."
Okay,
Where's
well
his
maybe
desk at?
maybe we'll put the lid back on the coffin,
Mhm.
and then we'll go look for some more stuff.
So he leads you to his desk, and it is up the stairs, back into the room, and then up these stairs, and it is up on this next floor. So, and he says it's in his desk right here.
Right?
Okay.
Good.
See if maybe there's also a will around that area as well.
You do not see that. You see like more scribblings and ramblings. You see there are like I forget the name of the tool, but you see like there's kind of like bookmaking tools up here. Like you see there's thread and some it looks like this is where he puts his journal together and where he puts more pages in it occasionally. Probably where he constructed his journal.
Okay.
And also probably where he did most of his writing in it. You see like an ink pen and stuff. But in the drawer, you find like this small ornate looking key.
Bingo.
I guess we'll take that and we'll go look in the lockbox.
Oh, we found a lockbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go down, you pop open this lockbox.
Wait down.
In it, as you do that, there's like this sheen of light that kind of like flickers and then dissipates.
Good choice,
And
us.
as it opens up,
More of the blue geometry.
you see that there is a few stacks of papers. It looks like there's some more like ramblings of potions, but these look much nicer and better put together. And like they have more like ornate diagrams. It looks like these were pages he like intended to publish or something, because they like seem better put together. There is a D8 worth of gold.
Ooh.
And you also see that there's like a little scroll vial with some paper rolled up into it.
I guess let's take a look at the little scroll vial. Does the paper look fragile in there? Or,
Nope, just looks to be like kind of thick, really nice parchment. And it's as you uncap this scroll case and pull it out, it appears to be his will.
Oh, good. Well, we
Excellent.
found one of the things.
I mean, it's all kind of pointless now because we've got the actual heir.
Yeah, I was just curious to see what it said. Did it really say to leave it to that guy, or is he just a big old jackass?
That's a good point. What does it say?
So it has like a bunch of ramblings on what to do with every like individual piece of the state. He seems to be like extremely picky on every little thing. Like he's said like, oh, this set of knives goes to this person, and it's a pretty extended list.
Oh, he's already got the color planned out.
Yeah, that's most of it. But you do see there is a part where it specifies the house and all other items go to my adopted son, Micah. And if he is not of age to claim the house before of age being like 18, it says if he's not of age on my passing, the estate will be left to Emmett the First.
So it's going to Emmett.
Yep.
Dang. So by turning him into a little bird child, they kept him from getting the property.
Well, I mean, technically, even though he's physically not old enough.
He's probably legally old enough.
Yeah.
We can find some record of when he was born.
Yeah, like a family
Uh,
tree.
That actually,
That family portrait thing.
that would also be in this lockbox. There are adoption papers for Micah, and it gives a date.
Perfect.
And it is roughly 60 years ago.
Oh, he's definitely old enough then.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
I guess we'll take that and the will.
All right.
Might be worth checking out Emmett's Tower, though, just in case there's some sort of evidence of foul play.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're able to go over and you find that if you like walk across this top area, there's this staircase here that leads up to the tower. And Micah would be showing you this. And this third floor down in the bottom right. And you find that there's like another little, it's like a small little study. There's like a bedroll that looks like it's sometimes in here, but it's been curled up. It's a very small, tight space, but it's got a window that kind of outlooks the front of the house. Looks to be like just a really cramped room. And on the desk, you find that there is a small drawer, and inside of that, you find that there is a piece of like it's kind of looks like parchment, but it's a little bit extra thick and kind of waxy. It looks kind of strange at first, and it's also very like jagged along the edges of it. It looks like it was cut out of something. You see like a list of names on it.
Oh, I wonder if this is a list of names from that painting that we haven't found.
That is a
We like-
possibility.
And you do see there are a bunch of names that you kind of recognize. As she was rambling in the beginning, listing off a whole bunch of names, you recognize some of the last names kind of match up with that.
Sounds like Emmett made a play for the house,
Yeah.
or his ancestor did. One of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see that on these names, you see a Jensen Ricker, an Agra Ricker, and Micah Ackelmeyer are on this, which are all names that you recognize. And Agra Ricker is the like missing link
The grandma.
to
Allegedly.
Yep.
Allegedly, the grandma.
Yep. That's who she claimed was her grandma. Yep.
So
So you find that it looks like the back of what type of parchment would be like laid over the back of a painting, and seems to just have been like jaggedly hacked out of it.
but no sign of the painting.
I have not found the painting yet.
I mean, we haven't really looked for it.
Yeah. If you mention painting, though, also since we're kind of getting close to time, but
Yeah.
so if you mention painting, Mike would be like, "Oh, there's a really big painting in the study on the first floor," and he would bring you guys down to this room. And then on the back wall here, you would see like there's this large portrait, and there's like a wax kind of stamp at the bottom left with a really big, like elaborate signature. And you see on the front in the top left of the painting, there's like a place that looks like it was punched through, like the painting's got a cut and separated there. But it just looks like this big family tree. And then if you were to flip over the back of the painting, it looks like that's where the like knife was originally inserted, and it
Mhm.
poked all the way through, and then they pulled it back and cut just the back of the painting out.
Okay.
That had the names.
So
Well-
they both have a shitty claim that doesn't matter because we found Micah.
Right.
Yep.
And the painting that we find, is Micah in it?
Yes, he is. You see a kid that looks a little bit younger than the Micah that you see now. It's probably like a year or two before. His hair is a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter stature, but you see him directly in front of who appears to be Rupert Ackelmeyer. And he's got like his hand on his shoulder.
All right. So we just need this painting, the will, the adoption papers, and maybe some sort of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get the town guard just in case.
Yeah, I agree on that one because if not, that means both of those people are going to murder this child.
Yeah. Maybe if the state's going to get a hold of it anyway, we can find a way to sort of finagle this will to where it goes over to the state until he's old enough,
Slightly
developed
old.
enough.
Yeah.
Yes, developed enough to intelligently control the assets inside the place.
All right. So yeah, you guys return with all the things you said, the will, the adoption papers, Micah, and
Yeah.
you come back to
Technically,
town.
he's old enough by the papers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the two seem like Merla and Emmett. They both said like, oh, you can find us in the inn, however long it takes. And they're waiting there for you. They seem very confused. They're like, who's this kid that's with you?
Take a look at the painting.
You shut the hell up. You're in his house right now.
Like,
Get off his lawn.
Silence. Get out of here.
And they're both kind of like cocky at first. They're like, who's did you find the will? Did you find the painting? Like, whose is it?
Neither.
That's Micah's.
Micah's.
We will explain that we found the painting, we found the will, and we
What?
found the actual heir.
You dirty bastards.
And then the kid's like sitting there with you guys,
Oh, we should. Yeah.
and he like waves at them. And he's like, who are you guys? And they say, I'm Merla. This is Emmett. And then he looks at him. He's like, you're not Emmett.
I believe that might be one of Emmett's children, grandchildren, perhaps.
Wait, not Emmett. This could be important.
Well, it was 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like Emmett the Second or some shit.
Yeah. And he introduces himself. He's like, no, I'm Emmett the Fourth.
There we go.
And
All right.
Emmett the First was my great grandfather who was in service to Rupert Ackelmeyer. And I've just always been told that the estate would eventually be ours.
So yeah, that's
Probably because
not
one of them
Notable.
turned him into a bird.
Well, it's Emmett the First.
One of the Emmets.
What?
Yeah, your great grandfather, he got into old Rupert's potions and turned Micah here into a bird for the last 60 years in a play to get the house for himself.
And he
So-
also tried to
And
destroy
Micah, as you're saying that,
alchemical-
Micah isn't really connecting that happened to him. He's like, I had a dream that I was a bird. It was very dark for a long time.
It was very dark.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the will, we have the painting, but we've got Micah here. And the will states that, if he is not of legal age, it would go to Emmett. But seeing as
Technically,
Micah,
he's 60 years old.
he's like 70 something. So, yeah, both of you fucking lose.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Both Merla and Emmett just kind of look at each other and they seem very confused. But they're like, I suppose that, Well, I know that he dabbled in magic and stuff, and then Marilla kind of slams her fist on the table and she's like, "This is bullshit. Whatever. I was just gonna sell it anyways," and she leaves.
Hey, you
And
owe us
it's
some
like,
more money.
You owe us a lot of money.
Yeah, you owe us a D8 money.
She's like, "No, I hired you guys to figure out if it was mine or Emmett's, and if it's neither, I'm not paying." She starts trying to leave.
Oh, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
Don't make me
Cast your
threaten you with
flesh
my.
fist into her face.
Am I? I want to cast outside the door on all.
Oh
the
yeah,
red
you are
face?
still fleshy.
That sucks.
Yeah, you are like that until that gets removed. That follow
Okay,
needs
that's
to be
fine. I
completed.
still gonna cast. Oh crap!
I'll cast Hammerface if you keep
Command herbal, and like all the plants that are outside, I'm gonna have them grow over the door so she can't leave.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of like, there's like bushes and
Trees
stuff outside. And,
Grass and
yeah, there's plenty that are available. So
2 successes.
perfect. So you don't get the sense that it's like a strong enough barrier that it would
Yeah.
completely restrict her, but you definitely get the message across that you're controlling like plants and it forms a barrier. Like it blocks it visually. And she kind of like stops in her tracks and it's like, "What the hell is this?"
That's me stopping you, man, because you owe us money. You paid
And
us to
Emmett
find
kinda
out if it was
shrugs.
yours or Emmett's, and we found out.
It's neither's.
Yeah. And
Emmett shrugs. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, we hired them to figure out who the heir was. It didn't have to be one of us, technically." And then he ponies up. So they each were going to pay you a D4 gold of the rest. So he gives you his. And Marilla, with that, just drops hers on the ground and walks out. She like whacks through the plants in the doorway and struts away.
Nice.
And
See,
Emmett
that
turns
loser.
to Micah and says, "Well, I suppose I'll resume my service as my great grandfather did. Our family is technically still under contract or, in your service. So I suppose, Master Micah, will return to your estate. Seeing as you are my superior by a good 50 years." This is confusing.
I just imagine he's like, I like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
You
lean over
may
to him and I'll say, "Don't let him look at that book." You're gonna be a
And he's
bird
gonna
by
say-
the end of the week.
And like, "There's a big hole in the floor now."
And in the door.
In the door.
Yeah.
And the door was broken.
You're darn right, kid.
Yeah,
some
we don't
stuff
know
went
nothing
down,
about
too.
that.
Yeah, we'll wait
Also-
until after we're paid to mention that.
Of course. Of course.
I didn't put any stipulations in our contract about that. It's fine.
It was the
We-
robbers.
And he kind of like shrugs. He's like, "We weren't really expecting you to need to be told not to destroy the place, but there's too much else going on. I don't want to deal with it. Like it's fine. I'm sure it's not
Good
that
choice.
bad."
It's not. You're
It's-
fine. It's fine, man. Like, don't even worry
Yeah.
about it. Just put some Bondo down. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Or just a big tarp. Just put it across the top of it and it's like a floor's there.
I'm sure it's not in like the major hallway or something.
No, it's
Oh.
definitely not in the front room.
Definitely not in the front room.
That'd be ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's time to go, guys.
Skedaddle.
Like, well, I appreciate your guys' impartial take on the situation, and as unorthodox as you all appear to be, you did what we asked. And we'll make our way.
Like I said at the
that.
beginning, we're experts at something.
Just not specifying it.
With that, you guys have solved the mystery of the alchemist house.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
We did it.
Maybe someday later we can get him to unfleshy Or Leshy.
It'll happen
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, you'd have to expend a D4 resource for that one in particular, to be able to heal yourself of that fallout. The rest of your like health would come back, and then also the way that total fallout counter works is while you have the fallout, it stays ticked, and even if you clear the fallout, those ticks only go away if the fallout's not there anymore and you rest.
Okay. That's
So yeah, that way, like if you had a bunch of resources to burn, but you still got a bunch of fallout in the same day, you would still like be too much stress for you in a single day, and you eventually would get a major fallout.
Cool.
So, yep. So that's that. You,
But somehow we actually did okay.
Yeah, we solved
Yeah.
the mystery.
for the most part. Technically, they both had kind of rights to the house.
They did.
Yeah.
So
Well, I never got
one
to
of
ask
them is
what
going to
was
try and
the
pay you
paper
more.
do. Yeah.
The what paper?
And the piano.
Oh, it was the ingredients to make more of the reversing potion.
Ah, nice. Okay. I kept meaning to bring that up and then just
Mhm.
never got around to it. I figured it'd be useful for something.
Yep. It'd be so that potion would help with Chuck's condition. You could actually trade in that potion as like a resource, or that like piece of paper as a resource to get him fixed. That was worth like a D4 expensive occult arcade.
Nice.
Nice.
I guess Leshies can harvest one D4 nature resource from themselves once a day. Maybe he could
Yep.
like pluck off the branch that has that weird part on it and just kind of throw it away.
Yeah, you could do that as well.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, getting rid of it.
Mhm.
Interesting.
All right. Well, that's it. We did it.
Yeah,
Go heroes.
another play test. So that was
Nice.
messing with like more magic and alchemy and things. That's something I want to incorporate. I'm not still entirely sure how I want players to be able to do alchemy. Yeah. Next play session 2, I want to dive more into like fortune mechanics and social stuff. So that's the next encounter I'll have planned. But
Nice.
yeah, this mystery searching for clues one was what I was aiming for this time.
Nice.
We kind of cut to the chase accidentally,
Yeah.
but
We're
Mhm.
Looked into that one.
yeah.
Yeah, we found the answer and then reverse engineered all the steps to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how we do.
Yeah, if you guys had lifted up the bird cage and failed to save, it would have killed the bird.
that's kind of what I expected.
Yeah, we
Good
Yeah.
thing
know.
we set him out, set him free first.
Yes. And then he had to roll a save to see if the potion would work immediately, but he failed it very, very badly.
Oh no.
So it took him a little bit longer to revert.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be making any of that feather soup I mentioned.
What?
I
No,
doubt it'll have any magical properties other than turning me into a bird.
probably not. It's almost cannibalistic in a way.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's transmuted man bird parts.
Mm.
Mhm.
Or would you eat?
Is it still cannibalism if you transmuted it? It's a philosophical question.
Is what I plead to the officer.
I tell you, he was a bird when I ate him. He used to be a
Great
man.
legal defense.
He used to be a man, but now he was a bird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. What do we have coming up on the DOK?
We're scheduled for Pathfinder on Wednesday. On
Okay.
Thursday, I'm going to be running a D&D BX adventure in the Thunder Rift setting, but that's going to be over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. I've even got that. Do I have Grim?
Were we doing Lankmar with Bert tomorrow?
Oh yeah, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central, over on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official. We'll be playing some Lankmar, and Bert's running that. So we got Saturday there, Wednesday Pathfinder, Thursday Grim and Perilous Plays for some D&D BX. Friday we should be back for some Shadowrun, and then next Saturday is something. Yeah,
D&D.
maybe. We'll see.
Well, we never know.
It'll be a thing.
It'll be fun.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, yeah, hopefully Chuck gets less COVID-y and everyone else is staying safe. And we will see you whenever next you tune in.
Yeah. Later, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye, losers.